నోటీస్ ఇచ్చి గవర్నమెంట్ రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారు ఇక్కడ గాంధీ స్టాచ్యూ అంటున్నారు, బఫర్ జోన్ అంటున్నారు, ఎట్లా చూస్తారు మీరు ఇష్యూని? మీకు ఈ ఇల్లు ఏమనిపిస్తుంది మీకు?
I mean, for me personally, I've been a resident here since 8 years. And then I've stayed here, I've grown up here since I was 6 years old. And then for me to leave without any accusation, without any notice is really miserable right now. Because there's something attached to my house here except for money. I mean, TDR is sir, Ardham, I think the transferable development rights is Gani. But the thing is, if they're giving us TDRs, there is other things which matter outside of the TDRs. Because some people, most of the people here are 50% ex-servicemen, ex-colonels, ex-retired injured people, army people, and they live next to the army quarters because it's very near to the army quarters. And them leaving this and staying far away from this apartment and finding another house, because most of the people here are either living on EMIs or rentals. And then for renting people, if they are, leaving the house, it's harder to find, houses for rent, because it's either rental people or EMI people here mostly. And then me personally, I own a flat, but then still, after 8 years without any notice, as Mr. Harish Rao said, he's a 7-time MLA, he's a 1-time Kendra Mantri. He told me there was no environmental license, acquired by Revanth Reddy. There was no proper paperwork. There was no opinion from the residents, from our side to the government. The government is supposed to, legally I'm talking, by legal rights, the government is supposed to give us a notice. We are supposed to give us opinion. We're supposed to be happy to give the apartment. And then, government can take land which they want to build a property, but then I don't really see the use of it. For a Gandhi statue, Rahul Gandhi is not doing it. Their descendants, the descendants of Gandhi, they don't want us to leave the house because of a Gandhi statue. I mean, there's a land here, there's a land outside. We can build a Gandhi statue outside if he wants. Why only this land? Because first of all, there's a lot of greenery, and it's very beautiful outside. There's Moosi here, and there's a lot of greenery. But in that time, 2.5 years in the Congress achi, and then in this 2.5 years, he wants to leave a mark. He avunu మేము ఇట్లా చేసాం, మేము డెవలప్మెంట్ అయింది. But then to do development, you don't need to break houses. To do development, there's n number of things you can acquire without breaking houses and without constraining people.
కానీ ఇప్పుడు ప్రభుత్వం చెప్తోంది బఫర్ జోన్ అని చెప్పేసి. మీరు కొన్నప్పుడు బఫర్ జోన్ ఉండేనా, లేకుంటే అప్పుడు రూల్స్ ఏమండి? ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు బఫర్ జోన్ అన్న అంశం తెర మీద తీసుకొస్తుంది?
2009లో this was built. 2009. It's been 17 years ever since. 2009లో బిల్ట్ అయినప్పుడు బఫర్ జోన్ ఎక్కడ లేదు సార్. There was no buffer zone. Buffer zone ఉంటే రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఎందుకు ఇచ్చారు? They know Musi was here. They know this was buffer zone. Where was the buffer zone now? There was no buffer zone. There was registration. The government told the owner of this entire apartment, to build the houses. They built the houses. Where's the buffer zone then? There was no buffer zone. They gave us the houses. We've been living ever since 17 years. And then suddenly they come, and then they're like, buffer zone, we're going to move all of this. It's not only this. There's a Richmond Villas right before, above. There's like few kilometers. There's Richmond Villas there, and there's here, and they're targeting every apartment. I don't think they should do this personally.
బట్ మూసీకి ఇరువైపులా ఇవాళ పెద్ద ఎత్తున భారీగా భూ సమీకరణ చేసి ప్రభుత్వం చేస్తున్నటువంటి డెవలప్మెంట్కి అడ్డుపడుతున్నారు అని కొంతమంది కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ నాయకులు చెప్తున్నారు. దాన్ని ఎట్లా చూస్తారు?
అడ్డుపడుతున్నారంటే, I mean, my illul, sir. We have emotions. I've stayed. That's what I've been saying. I stayed here since I was 6 years old. We have emotions. Ochi illul kulagati. If they think they can do whatever they want just because they are in power for 5 years, that's wrong, sir. Every government official has to come. If Congress wants to break our houses, I assure Revanth Reddy to come here and speak with us. I assure ఎవరు నాయకులు మాట్లాడుతున్నా ఇక్కడ రావాలి, మాట్లాడాలి. He has to give us an assurance ki everyone in this apartment, there's 500 flats, everyone gets a proper house to stay, gets a proper TDR values, and assure everyone is safe. Then we can think about it.
సో మీరు అన్నట్టుగా రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారు స్వయంగా వస్తే మీరు ఈటం సిద్ధమా?
నా మీద ఎట్లుంటుంది సార్? I'm only one flat. I have 2 flats here, but then I cannot assure everything. If Revanth Reddy comes here, speaks to us, and properly tells us why he's doing this and what he's doing this, and he listens to our concern. ముఖ్యమంత్రి అంటే రావాలి, మాట్లాడాలి, ప్రజల కోసం పనిచేయాలి సార్. If he wants to break our houses, he has to come here, he has to speak to us, he has to talk to us, and then I can at least tell you some people will be convinced. Because the CM is coming, he's caring about the people, and he's talking about us, and he's there for us, and then we can think about it. But until then, nobody is ready to.
కానీ ప్రభుత్వం ఎందుకు బుల్డోజ్ చేస్తుంది? పదే పదే మూసి ప్రక్షాళన పేరుతో పెద్ద ఎత్తున ప్రజల్ని ఇవాళ వీధిన పడేస్తున్నటువంటి పరిస్థితి కనిపించలేదు.
They want development, sir. That's what I've been saying. Development కావాలి వాళ్ళకి. They want to leave a remark. Congress వచ్చింది, మేము ఇట్లా చేసాం, గాంధీ పెట్టాం. He's like, obviously, Rahul Gandhi MP ఉన్నారు, and then he's like a very high level. And then that's why he's like, Gandhi గురించి చేస్తే, we are, Hyderabad will look, you know, బాగా అనిపిస్తుంది to compare to other states. That's why he wants to do this basically. And this is very beautiful.
బట్ మీరు హోమ్లెస్ అయ్యే పరిస్థితి లేదా ఆ పెద్ద ప్రాజెక్టు నెపంలో?
Of course, a lot of people will be homeless. If they don't give TDRs, you have to put up our own investment. But then there's a lot of people who live on rents here. If they break their houses, they have to find different houses, other houses. వేరే వాళ్ళ దగ్గర వెళ్ళాలి వాళ్ళు. ఇంకేం చేస్తారు? If they don't give TDR, some people are retired here. They live on 30,000 per month, sir. 30,000 a month rent. They live here. If they break their houses, what will they do? Where will they find this? It's a very, very, very modest area, sir. Attapur, very modest area. It's not very really expensive here. It's not. It's not ki we are living in a poor condition, but they are well settled here because they are retired and they're living close to army quarters and they're living on pension. If they, if the Congress government breaks the houses, where will they go, sir? Nowhere. They don't have anywhere to go, sir. It's not like everyone owns a property here.